Alright, y'all, welcome back to Pals Fishing Outdoors here. The video coming up, we'll be talking about revolvers and revolver discipline and why you should not put your hand in front of the cylinder and how to safely let the hammer fall down as to not set off the next round, as to decock it, basically. Yeah, I sputtered to get that words out, but anyway, attached to the end of this video will be another person here on YouTube talking about it, so I decided that I would go ahead and add some more context to what he was saying. So, anyway, I got a Heritage Arm 22 Rough Rider carbine there. I got a 44 black powder Remington Pieta reproduction. 357 Magnum Taurus, and a Taurus Judge there. Now, we'll not be shooting the Taurus Judge today because I think that's the last of the 45 Colt that I've got. But we will be shooting the 357 Magnum, the 22 Heritage Arm Rough Rider carbine, and the 44 Remington black powder. Now, with that, there is exceptions to the rule of when you put your hand in front of the cylinder. And that's in loading black powder. Because, yeah, you're going to have to put your hand in front of the cylinder or you're not going to be able to load it. But to do that safely, you don't put the nipples on the primers there. When loading black powder, you're going to want to use a powder measure. I got it set, where is it? If I can find it in the camera. Right there, but I doubt the camera's gonna focus on it. Hey, police officers driving by. So, that's what the sirens are in the background, just so y'all know. Anyway. 35 grains of black powder, triple F black powder. Close that off. Then you dump your black powder in the cylinder. Next up, you'll grab a ball, set it on top there. Rotate it. This might be kind of hard to do one-handed, but you got your charging handle there. So, I'm going to pause it again. And you will want to see a little bit of a lead ring come off that. That means it's sealed good. So, I'm going to finish filling these off camera. But that's a little bit of lead ring there off the, around that ball. That means it's got a good seal. So, okay, so that ring there kind of broke apart on me, but we got a solution to that here in a little bit, and I'll show you that here in a little bit as soon as I get these all loaded up. So the trick to keep these from chamber firing, which is where fire jumps from one cylinder to the other, is bore butter. You'll put bore butter over each one of them cylinders. Make sure that it's filled in there, and you'll be good and won't have any problem with chamber fire. So there's your bore better. All cylinders are covered with it. Now you see that little black speck there on the top of there? That's a speck of black powder. It's wet, it ain't gonna ignite, so that's what that does, is neutralizes the black powder so it ain't gonna chain fire. Next step is to put your caps on the nipples. Okay, got all the nipples on. And if you look right in there, that's a safety notch for your hammer to lay on, so it don't go off if it's dropped or whatever. So which is what those are in between each cylinder. Those are safety notches for your hammer to rest on. So you'll pull your hammer back far enough to release it from half cock, just far enough back to release it from half cock, and then you'll let your hammer slide down on that. You might have to twist the cylinder to get it aligned properly. Like I said, I'm doing this one-handed currently, so I can't really record that part. So, okay, now it's resting on that safety notch there. If you look, the cylinders are not aligned with the barrel. That's what that safety notch does. It splits the cylinders in between them to where you can rest the hammer safely. Alright, y'all, we're back with you here. Hey, Bubbles. Where'd I set those down at?
What?
Right here. Alright, I don't really need these right now, but I did go ahead and grab them because I will need them for something I'm going to be doing here in a little bit. Anyway. That video was talking about letting down your hammer safety. We done been over that.
Which one you aiming at?
Love black powder. 5 rules of gun safety. Treat every gun as if it's loaded until you've confirmed otherwise. Never point your gun at anything you don't intend to destroy. Keep your finger off the trigger until you are ready to fire. Always keep your firearm pointed in a safe direction. And store your firearms in a safe location. So, anyway, I was running around through the 44. Alright, now, in the video that's going to be linked to the end of this, he was talking about how you should never fumble with your hammer when lowering it, or it'll go off. That's why you always, if you're going to lower your hammer, keep your firearm pointed in a safe direction while you're lowering their hammer, and you won't have any issues.
Are you still shooting at the pumpkin?
Right now.
Oh, you got 2 inches above to the right. Oh, you're way about 5 inches up towards your left. Misfire.
When you have a misfire like that, especially with black powder, keep your gun pointed in a safe direction. Keep it held down range and held like it's going to fire for about a minute.
That's safe now.
Now what I just did there was rotated to the cylinder that just had a misfire. That way I can keep it on that cylinder, so if it does go off after I set it down, keeping it pointed in a safe direction. Cannot stress that enough. Keep it pointed in a safe direction. Even if you're setting it down. It might go off later. I don't know. Let me grab this phone. So, it's pointing downrange in a safe direction. I cannot stress that enough. Hopefully you got that, because I didn't flip the camera around to see what I was recording there, but hopefully. Anyway, we're going to go on to the next revolvers. And I'll have to get a cap for that one. No, I didn't bring any extra caps with me. Pause that for a second. Okay, y'all, do not try this at home. I've got a piece of paper over the end of the barrel there in front of the cylinder. So, do not try this at home. I repeat, this is not 100% safe. Okay, I did not get the desired effect from that I wanted. So, we're going to try that again. Okay, still not the desired effect. I was hoping it'd burn the paper so y'all would see that, yes, gases escape out the front of the cylinder. That's why you never put your hand in front of the cylinder while you are firing it. Anyway, I got what? That was 2 shots. 3 more with this one. Eject your shells. Let me pause and I'll be back with you here in a... Alright, we're back with the Heritage Arm 22 Rough Rider carbine. And if you got a safety on your revolver, use that to lower the hammer. Hold on, let me show you. Wait! There's safety on it. It ain't gonna go off. The proper way to lower that hammer is put your thumb over it and ease it down. But always keep your gun pointed in a safe direction. That is the most valuable key here. And do not put your hand in front of the cylinder. So with this carbine, how you have to shoot it is like this.
Blow it. Don't know where that one went.
And when these single action revolvers, you unload them by putting your hand in front of the cylinder. That's when you're unloading them only. It's in half cock.
That's it.
Yep, that's all 6 rounds. So, I hope I stressed that enough why you do not put your hand in front of the cylinder while you are firing. Or even if it's cocked like that and fully cocked, you should never have your hand in front of the cylinder. Now this one, we have just confirmed that it is unloaded. It is safe. I can put my hand in front of the cylinder at this point. It's on safety. Nothing's gonna happen. That other one is still laying over there, pointed downrange in a safe direction. It's been long enough that if it was gonna go off, it probably would have went off by now. So I'm gonna go get another primer, another cap, shoot it off screen, but we're gonna go from there. Hope you all enjoyed this informational video. And remember, like, share, comment, subscribe, follow, all the algorithm things. You all know what to do, and we'll catch y'all on the next one later.
YouTube, single action is very dangerous, and let me explain why. When your firearm is in single action, it's the equivalent of having a semi-automatic with a round in the chamber ready to go. This right here indicates that if you just pull the trigger, the hammer slides down, hit the pin, and boom, a round discharge. A way to get it out of single action is to pull back your hammer, pull your trigger, and follow that hammer nice and slow so it doesn't give too much force and hit the back of that projectile. But a lot of issues people are having is that they don't know how to guide that hammer down properly, and they end up getting something like this happen to them. So please don't slip and fumble with that hammer. It is dangerous. This is like the fine line between life and death. Follow me for more gun content.
Alright, y'all. Final thoughts on the video that inspired this whole video. The guy had good advice, honestly. Be careful with your hammer discipline. Use your firearm as intended. Keep it in a safe point, in a safe direction. What he did several times was he had it fully loaded, had the hammer back, and put his hand in front of that cylinder. And that's not safe. Good advice, poor execution, I guess what you'd call it. But y'all be safe with firearms out there. Remember the 5 rules of gun safety. Always treat a firearm as if it is loaded until you have confirmed otherwise. And that means you yourself have opened the chamber, opened the cylinder, checked the chamber. Don't just take somebody's word for it. Oh, it's empty. 'Cause, yeah, that's how mistakes happen. Don't trust them. Go ahead and check for yourself. Verify for yourself that it is empty. Always keep your firearm pointed in a safe direction. Another big one. Know your target and what is beyond. So if you miss, you know what you could potentially hit. Don't point at anything you don't intend to destroy. And when you store your firearms, store them in a safe manner. I'm not gonna unload them and everything, because as long as they're stored safely to where you feel comfortable that nobody's gonna get their hands on them and accidentally murk themselves or whatever, then good. Just be mindful when you're around firearms, and I cannot stress this enough. Be safe with them. That is the key point. Use them as the tool that they were intended to be used for. That's my final thoughts. Please, if you got anything to add or say about this, comment. Don't forget to like and follow, share, all the algorithm things. This is meant to be an educational video, so if you got any questions or concerns about anything, just put it in the comment sections and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Thank y'all for watching, and be safe, and do what you enjoy. Never stop doing what you enjoy. Anyway.
Unless it's crack.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't even gonna say that. If you enjoy doing crack, go ahead. Just make sure you ain't affecting other people with your use. But anyway, yeah, as long as it's not illegal, immoral, that bullshit. You know what I mean. Anyway, y'all, I'll ramble on long enough. Hammered Monkey there is back to working on the old man's truck for our fishing adventures coming up this summer, hopefully. Yeah. Not sure what he's doing.
I'm getting the manifold bolted up.
Yeah, that would be that thingy right there. It's off the side of the engine block there. On the other side. But anyway, yeah, go check out Hammered Monkey Garage's videos. He does a lot of car stuff, like I've said in previous videos, and I do outdoor stuff. So, yep. And I've rambled about long enough. This is going to be a 30-minute video, if not longer, maybe a little bit less, but yeah. Here's what he's doing currently. Later, y'all.